£60,000, a new milestone hit on the channel. We're going to go through the buys and sells that I've done this month, and we're going to have a full breakdown on the portfolio. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and don't forget to like and comment on the videos. And each milestone that we hit on the subscribers, we do a giveaway, which you'll see the other videos on my channel. Let's get into it. So 12 months ago, this August, I decided to make this switch over onto Trading 212. And since then, my portfolio has grown by 84.7%. This year has been phenomenal. We've had absolutely great gains. Since April, we've just powered for everything. So we're up by £20,112. Market still in after hours, so it is still moving slightly. So we're going to go through my buys and sells of what I bought and sold this month, because there's been a little bit of movement. So the sells first, I've cleared out my BBAI stock. Now, this is something that I do plan on getting back in after earnings, but there's been a lot of momentum, of hype, of a lot of volume that's been traded. So made a couple grand on that one, got rid of the position because nothing was moving off fundamentals, and I do plan to get back in after earnings if we do get to a correct price. The next one I sold was Block. Now, they have just got in conclusion to the S&P 500, but I sold it just before. Again, at the end of this month, we got GDP. Me personally, I'm a bit bearish on it. I want to make sure I've got some cash aside, and I've got a lot of finance stocks. So cleared out Block, cleared out BBAI, and we've made up some space there. Now, the buys, the standards, we've got AMD. So again, I'm constantly buying a share here, a share there, building up a nice safe position in that. We also bought a couple more AST. Again, another position that I did make a video on this one the other day. If you want to see the full analysis, it's in the description. And I've been adding little shares of this one here and there, again, building a nice position for when 2028 comes around and they're fully optimal. And as always, Nebius. Nebius have been on an absolute mission and they're doing unreal. Again, did another breakdown on this stock, but I have huge conviction in these stocks and I feel like they're recession-proof type stocks. So I've been dollar cost averaging these effectively. Now let's have a look at the full portfolio. So as you can see here, firstly, we've got Big Bear AI down here, just got a little 0.2 of a share so I can track that price to see where we're going. So firstly, we're going to go into my funds pie. Now, I put about £100 in this a month at the moment. It's something that does not get touched regardless. Last year I did sell it off and I needed to free up some funds. But now, this consists of an all world and it also consists of an S&P 500. My S&P 500 is up by 17.12%. My all world's up by 9.85%. So both doing good growth. Started these again this year, so I'll put about £100 in a month, sometimes 200. We just put it in there, set and forget, and that's all we do with that one. So my dividend funds, I do a full breakdown of this at the end of each month of what I'm paid, what I invest. So I'll go over this quickly, but we do a full video on this at the end of the month. So this one consists of Legal and General, NatWest, Aviva, Lord Adventure, Gamma, GSK, National Grid, Tesco, Vodafone, 3i, Bunzl, Franklin Resources, Halfords and Greencoat. And again, as you can see from most of these, we're in the green, we're doing well. That pie is copyable on Trading 212, but I mean, I never suggest anybody copies anybody's direct investments, but as you can see, this pie is performing quite well, especially for it being a dividend pie. Now, in the growth stocks, this is where the magic happens. So before I get into that, sorry, we've got £11,563 in cash there. Like I said before, I've sold up a couple positions, holding a little bit of cash. It's my plan to going forward. So first things first, we've got SoFi. SoFi has been doing extremely well, especially over the last year. They're up by 181%. First got into this stock at around the 17 mark. Dollar cost average down to about 12-ish. Bought a couple more up on the way up. So we're currently sitting at 600 shares. Currently up by 51.61%. Again, it is moving in the market, so we've got some solid gains on that one there, and I do plan to hold this one. We're not getting any lower than that or trimming any more down until we hit about the 35 range, which is my exit price. We've got AMD, which I first started picking this up in April when we got right down into the dip. So when we was down here, I have been, again, buying this on the rise as well, dollar cost averaging into it. We're up by 58.23%. Again, some absolute and phenomenal gains in there, and we're going to keep buying those up. Third stock, we've got Nebius, Powerhouse. See this one going so much further. 80 was the price target on this, but now I'm sort of changing my mind. I think it's going to go further. We've got 155 shares, up by 49.85%. Currently sitting at £2,000 profit on this one. Next one is Space Mobile. Currently up by 28.22%, currently holding 36 shares. I plan to build this position out so much over the next couple of years, but we've got a few years to build this out. Currently I've got in about 30 something when I first got in, but averaged up again. We're on a good run, up by 27.83%. I plan to keep investing into this one. Now, one of the ones I did miss off on the buys, which I do apologise for, is Ondas. Now, I will do a video on this in the coming weeks when the earnings are released and I can get into more detail on it, but this is the most recent spoken about, where there has been a couple of guys in our Discord chat, if you want to get involved, that's down below, that was speaking about this back in February. No one really listened, if we're honest, but everybody's listening now. There's a lot going on. We're currently up by 9.05%. I've got 2,500 shares. Obviously, it is a small cap, so it is a bit volatile, but there is some good, really good potential in this company, and I will be going into more detail in that in the near future. So that has been an update on my current portfolio on Trading 212. We are coming into the back end of this month and we've got a lot of stuff going on, so it'll be very interesting to see the earnings and the announcements that we've got going on in the market. And again, don't forget to comment on the videos, like and subscribe to get yourself in with a chance of winning in our draws. And if you do want to join the Discord, the community is down below. And thank you very much for watching.